Arcadian Vanguard presents The Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Monday, February 5th, 2024. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with NXT Vengeance Day streamed last night on Peacock and the WWE Network, live from the F&M Bank Arena in Clarksville, Tennessee. In the main event, Ilya Dragunov retained the NXT Championship with a win over Trick Williams at the 17-minute and 58-second mark. Following the match, Carmelo Hayes turned on Williams, taking out his knee and repeatedly bashing it with a steel chair. Hayes and Williams had just lost in the finals of the Dusty Rhodes Classic Tag Team Tournament in the opening match of the night, where they were defeated by Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin when Breaker pinned Hayes. In other title matches, Obafemi successfully defended the North American Championship against Dragon Lee, and Lyra Valkyria retained her NXT Women's Championship against Roxanne Perez. In other results, Donovan Dijak beat Joe Gacy in a street fight, and the D'Angelo family defeated Out the Mud in a mixed six-person tag when Tony D'Angelo pinned Lucian Price. Wade Barrett filled in for the evening as a color commentator in place of Booker T, who stated he had to miss the show due to a medical procedure. Turning to Japan, Wondering Stardom announced early this morning in Tokyo that it has terminated the contract of its executive producer and founder Hiroshi Rossy Ogawa effective immediately, and accused Ogawa of attempting to pilfer both wrestlers and office staff. A statement issued by the company read in part, quote, "Since 2019, our company has entered into a contract with Rossy Ogawa, the founder of Stardom, and has appointed him as an executive producer and outsourced work related to Stardom. However, we would like to inform you that we have come to know that he has poached many Stardom players and staff members, and we have decided to cancel this contract," end quote. Ogawa publicly responded to his ouster via Twitter stating, quote, "The truth of the matter may be told someday. I'm worried about the players right now. Thank you for supporting Stardom for the past 13 years. From now on, it will be Stardom created by Bushiroad," end quote. According to a Dave Meltzer report on the Wrestling Observer website, Ogawa had already given his notice to Bushiroad with his final day of work set to take place on February 18th. But the company instead decided to fire Ogawa on Sunday, with Stardom Talent being informed of the decision following their show in Osaka. Meltzer reports that replacing Ogawa will be both Taro Okada, who took over the role as Bushiroad president in December of 2023, as well as Bushiroad's merchandise manager Oyama. Neither man is reported to have had any experience in the creative end of pro wrestling. Ogawa's ousting comes 1 week after the announcement that Giulia, one of Stardom's biggest stars, has been pulled from New Japan's Windy City Riot show on April 12th in Chicago. Giulia's contract with Stardom expires in March, and it is heavily speculated that she'll be signing with WWE, following in the footsteps of former Stardom talent like Kairi Sane, Io Shirai, Dakota Kai, Shayna Baszler, and others. Ogawa and wrestlers Fuka Kakamoto and Nane Takahashi began the Wondering Stardom promotion in 2010, which Ogawa controlled until it sailed to the entertainment company Bushiroad in 2019. Ogawa's time in the professional wrestling business dates back to the late 1970s, beginning as a ringside photographer for the All Japan Women's promotion and later working his way up into creative. Following political disagreements, Ogawa would leave All Japan Women in 1997 and form the Arcadian Women's promotion alongside Aja Kong and others. That company would also suffer from internal political issues and eventually close down in 2003. With the Rossy Ogawa drama still yet to unfold publicly, Stardom presented its 13th anniversary event, Supreme Fight 2024, from inside Osaka's Edion Arena on Sunday. In the main event, Maika retained her World of Stardom title by holding off the challenge of Saya Kamitani, pinning her in 21 minutes and 36 seconds. It was Maika's first defense of the title, colloquially known as the Red Belt. Other champions on the show retained their titles as well. Saori Anou topped Starlight Kid to keep the Wonder of Stardom title. The Future of Stardom champion Rina beat Yuzuki, and High Speed champion Mai Sierra wrestled Hazuki to a 15-minute time limit draw. One of the company's biggest stars, Tam Nakano, made her return to the ring, teaming with Yuna Mizumori in a winning effort over Mina Shirakawa and Waka Tsukiyama. Nakano's been on the shelf since suffering a knee injury on October 9th, which forced her to vacate the World of Stardom title. Other results from the show saw Mayu Iwatani, Nane Takahashi, Utami Hayashishita, and Azumi defeat Julia, Syuri, Mirai, and Suzu Suzuki in an 8-woman tag team match, while in a traditional tag match, Nutsuka Tora and Momo Watanabe topped Lady C and Miyu Amasaki. In other title bouts from around the world of Japan on Sunday, Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. stunned Kenoh to become the new Pro Wrestling Noah Global Honored Crown Champion, winning the title by way of a moonsault in 29 minutes and 37 seconds. Taking place inside Sendai's Sun Plaza Hall, Wagner became the first native Mexican to win a Japanese-based World Heavyweight Championship, while Kenoh's reign ends after 99 days and 2 successful defenses. Also during Noah's show, Jack Morris and Anthony Green retained the GHC Tag Team title, defeating Dragon Bane and Alpha Wolf, and Daga topped Hajime Ohara to hold on to the GHC Junior Heavyweight title. During New Japan's event at Korakuen Hall, Clark Connors and Drilla Maloney upended Francesco Takira and TJP to begin their second reign with the IWGP World Junior Heavyweight Tag Team title. Dragon Gate ran the Wakayama Prefectural Gymnasium, where Kai, Ishin, and Yoshiki Kato retained the Open the Triangle Gate Trios title, besting Casey, Big Boss Shimizu, and Jackie Funky Kamei, and Hio topped Punch Tominaga to retain the Open the Brave Gate Championship. In some sad news to report, women's wrestler Asahi passed away on February 1st, according to a statement issued today by the Japanese women's promotion Actress Girls. She was 21 years old. Asahi's cause of death was due to what the company stated as an unexpected accident, but no other details were released. Originally starting in 2017 at the age of 14 for the Ice Ribbon promotion, Asahi joined Actress Girls in a part-time capacity beginning in April of 2023 before starting full-time with the company that September. She last wrestled in a tag team match on January 31st in Tokyo, teaming with Yufa in a winning effort over Ayano Irie and Kira An. In the wake of Asahi's passing, Actress Girls announced it would be canceling its next show, scheduled for February 9th in Osaka. And we close with a look at Mexico. AAA presented the 2024 Rey de Reyes event on Saturday at the Campo Militar 1A in Mexico City. In the main event, AAA Mega Champion El Hijo del Vikingo won the 2024 Rey de Reyes title with a 3-way victory in the finals over El Texano Jr. and Laredo Kid. Vikingo had won his semifinals 3-way earlier in the show against Psycho Clown and Sam Adonis. Lady Shani emerged as the Reinas de Reinas title holder, winning her final match against Fabi Apache. Shani had won her semifinal 3-way over La Hydra and Pimpinela Escarlata in the opening match. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.